Welcome back to Black Plague Precision and the MTAP tutorial series. Today, we're working on the easy button for the AUTOTAP installation. Let's jump into it. Alright, let's take a look at the stickers that are being provided. F-Class products always provide some pretty cool stickers when you buy their products. This is the classic F-Class product sticker. Next, we got the AUTOTAP system. I don't have this one. This is brand new for me, so I'm excited to throw this on to my water bottle. And we got the MTAP system. I do have one of these from when I bought the MTAP, but I'll probably throw this on something else inside of the studio. And they provided a little card here. When we flip this over, thank you for supporting our small business. F-Class products, even though they are really prominent in the high-end reloading space, they are still a small business, so I love to be involved with and support small businesses in this industry. Next, we have the manual. I'm going to guess that if you're watching this video, you're probably not going to read the manual, but I would highly recommend it. I read through all of them. I take notes on it. I use it when I'm going through a lot of these training videos, so take a look at it. There's a lot of great resources in there, and additionally, they've started to put QR codes in these, so they link to their videos for these products as well, and I'll go ahead and include those at the end of this video. Diving into the box, we're going to take out some of this paper, and I'm going to go ahead and lean this over for you guys. I mean, they always package this really nice, and it's cool to see these products sort of inside of the casing attached to the wood block. So you guys can see here, we got the control system on the bottom. We got the actual drive system on top. And let's go ahead and take this out, take a look. We got a little package here. This is new. I don't think I have seen their custom packaging like this. Pretty nice. Inside looks like we got some tools and some hardware. All right, in this we got the plug. We are located in the US, so this is going to be a US style plug. And what we're all really here for, let's go ahead and let's take out the AUTOTAP system. All right, not very heavy. Comes screwed in on these boards, which that's how they ship all of their products, so they don't move around. It's great because they actually machine the base of these to be able to screw into wood like this. You can see on the left I have my MTAP system, and that's on the original wood. I just painted it black. Probably going to keep this one on here as well, and then just paint it black and keep these systems together like that. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and place this on top. I'm going to go ahead and mount the wood underneath it so it's at the same level as the MTAP, so I can connect these systems together and not have any issues on that front. And it looks like everything is going to fit together pretty well here. So that's awesome. And if you guys are wondering, these are a couple pieces of 2x4 that I cut down for another project that I had left over. So it just happens that they fit perfectly. All right, but let's go ahead and get this unmounted first. You are going to need a screwdriver, or for myself, I'm going to go ahead and use a drill. We're going to have a Phillips head bit on it, and we're just going to go ahead and unscrew this. They aren't very long, so you're not going to really have to worry about any issues on that front, but let's go ahead. We're going to get it unscrewed. And there's only 4 screws. You can see we have 2 on the front side and 2 on the back side. All right, let's take this thing off and give you guys a good look. I mean, you can really see how much work goes into this system. It's just so amazing to be able to hold this in my hands, to see it up close, to see the amount of craftsmanship that has gone into this system. And I can't imagine it's easy to create something that is pretty complex and make it so the end user can use it seamlessly, at least for the most part, and that's what we're going to be going through. And that's why we're focusing on the MTAP series and trying to create some of these easy button videos for you guys to just get you moving forward. All right, let's go ahead and take the MTAP down so you guys can see everything in frame. And it's pretty simple. If you're not familiar, the MTAP can be positioned 2 ways. This way here is really the traditional way on its 4 feet. And then you can see on the back of the motor here that there is another rubber piece. You can turn this upright, and that's how we're going to install this with the system upright. Now I'm going to go ahead and remove all of the tape that was on the system. That way it's just cleaner. I don't need to worry about it afterwards. You're not going to really have any problems if you leave it on, honestly, but I like to have everything cleaned up and looking good. So go ahead and take your tape off. We really should thank F-Class Products for making this so simple. This is by far the most simple attachment method that I've ever seen. You can see here we have the two rubber feet, the red feet, and they've machined it so that the feet of the MTAP fit perfectly with the AUTOTAP. So you can literally just slide it in and it almost just perfectly holds it upright. We're going to go ahead and pull out the hardware because this is literally all we need is 4 screws. It has a tight fit. We put these screws in and we're good to go. And you can see here are the 4 spots that we're going to go ahead and put these screws into. And what I like to do is I'm just going to put them in. I'm going to sort of hand tighten them so the system's a little more secure. And I'm going to go ahead and lift this up a little bit because it is leaning back a little bit. And I want to make sure that I don't mess up these screws. And go ahead, screw them in nice and hand tight. And then go ahead and just use the provided tool and tighten them up. I don't think there's any particular order that you need to do this in, but I will say, hold it upright a little bit because it does want to lean. I like to tighten it down so it's just barely tight. And for me, I'm just going to go across all the bottom ones and then hit this top one. And I'm just going to come right back through and I'm going to do one last tightening on each one of these. I'm not going to necessarily crank it down super hard, but I'm going to make sure it's in there nice and snug. I want to go ahead and turn this around because although, yes, on the bottom, it is designed to fit in between the bumper feet, there are dowel pins also installed so that it datums up against the actual MTAP base. And that's really it. There's not anything else to it, guys. Don't make this more complicated than it needs to be. That is installing the AUTOTAP system. Now, you can jump off here if you want to stick around. I'm going to go ahead and attach both of these to their base so you can see how that's going to work. I have a bunch of leftover screws, which I always keep when F-Class Products ships this stuff over. That way, if I want to attach these to the boards that they're with or whatever, I can. So I'm going to take the base, I'm going to put it on top of these 2x4s, and I'm going to put the MTAP back on its base and see if everything aligns. And you can see it's perfect, right? It's the same height. I never checked to see what necessarily was underneath the other system, but it's clearly the same height as the MTAP base that it came with. So that's perfect. I'm going to go ahead and take some of the leftover screws that I had from the MTAP, and I'm going to screw the base here into the 2x4s, or the feet is, I guess, what we'll call them. That way we're on the same height and I can get these systems connected together. And I'm going to keep it real simple. I'm going to do 2 on each side. So 2 on this first board, 2 on the other board. And hopefully I don't have to explain to you guys how to screw stuff in together. But I pretty much just find the center and I screw it down there. These are plenty long enough, so there'll be a lot of grip to make sure that this system stays together. Next, let's go ahead and take the leftover hardware that this system came with, that it was screwed down on, and we're going to go ahead and just use the original holes that they were screwed down on and screw it back in. And that's 2 on each side, 2 on the side facing me, and then 2 on the back side. And if I turn this around, you can see that it is perfectly aligned. It's holding the whole system, and I have a little bit of room on the side if I want to hold anything on there. All right, the last thing I want to do here is screw down the AUTOTAP to its base. I've been waiting to do that until I installed the AUTOTAP so I can make sure the positioning was correct. And now that I know that it is, I'm going to do 2 on one side, 2 on the other. And this thing is going to be rock solid, easy to move around because, again, I do move all of my stuff around whenever I'm working on it. So for me, this is perfect. It gives me a little bit of height off the table, and it allows me to move stuff around without worrying about messing anything up. And we have the final product here. I went ahead and unscrewed the AUTOTAP, took the base out, put something under the AUTOTAP to make sure I had it a little bit supported. Went ahead and painted the base black so it matched the MTAP base, and then reinstalled it, and we're good to go. So this is it. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video.